we see how impressive communication is on a daily basis. Why? Because when we listen to music and we listen to these and we glorify these rappers and these artists, we are feeling what they are saying because they're articulating something that we probably want to. I'll be one of the ones, I'll admit it. I've laid there in my bed, a bit heartbroken, or even I'm texting a girl and I'm into it, I'm liking it, and I'm listening to a certain song that's making me feel a certain type of, because I'm thinking, obviously it's the sound waves that are having an effect on me, but the lyrics are saying something I would like to say. I just can't say it. Bryson Tiller, you take the wheel, you do it. That's all music is. Going from an unpredictable, angry teenager to someone that's hosted, been on panels and spoken at conferences across the country. Not because of found like new things, like super new things, or invented anything. I ain't reinvented the wheel. This has just come from being able to take what was in here and put it in here, simply because of the ability to communicate. For me, I always had the ideas in my head. I was always angry and had like an inability to, I didn't even understand what anger was, let alone be able to break down anger, why I'm feeling it, how that person could stop me feeling it, or help me or support me. I didn't even know what anger was. I just, and punch a wall. Don't punch concrete. I'm sure someone else has probably felt this, but a lot of my deep frustrations used to be with the fact I'm like, bruv, I know the answer. I know the answer. I know the solution. Like, why can't I do that? Why can't I get it out? So the word wisdom originates as a Hebrew term from the original artsmen and craftsmen of Israel that created tables and paintings, because they referred to them people as having wisdom, which meant the ability to have what's in here and translate it into something practical. This table, the phone, the lighting ring thing, someone just thought of it and thought, that might work. Let me write it down. Wrote it down, got some of their buddies in the room. Guys, blah, 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 blah. Bang, light bulb. Bang, phone. Bang, laptop. Someone just thought, oh, speakers. Why don't we make them really small and put them in your ears? That's it. And then communicated it in a way that was compelling, and someone thought, yeah, let's do it. And now we've got headphones. So we talk about doors opening. You can see it. You can see it. These are the doors that are open. Let me check my mics on. All right, it's on. You done me dirty last time. All these artists are just saying stuff we'd like to say. That's why rapping is so impressive. Thoughts per speech. Like, all of these thoughts, boom, 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 boom. And they say it in a way that's rhythmic, that paints a picture, that brings you along the journey, that sounds good because it's rhyme. Like, so that was just a thought. That's why music's impressive, because they're communicating things that a lot of the time we have an inability to do. So communication opens so many doors. Another one is confidence in speaking to women. Fun fact, today earlier, I went to the gym with a good buddy of mine, and I said to him, every time we meet now, we've got to do a cold approach. Now, for those that don't know, cold approach is when you go up to someone, is when you go up to a stranger and you have an interaction, you have a conversation. Cold approaching is notoriously known for a guy just going up and registering interest in women and trying to pull women. That's not what cold approach is. Cold approach is a fantastic way of building skills, of building communication skills, building interaction skills, and building relationships and networking, which can be extremely helpful. You might meet someone and be like, wow, oh my days, the flip. But anyways, we've done it today, and both of us have had 2 interactions with 2 beautiful women, and the interactions went so well because we didn't register any interest. We'd gone over, just had a conversation, and asked a question about something that they find interesting. They're training. Oh, tell me about it. Well, how come you're doing it? Blah, 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 blah. Conversation. Then we got to leave. At the end of it, they're saying, oh, let me take your Instagram and this, and we're exchanging details. It was not through registering interest in their beauty, but by registering interest in something that they're passionate about. Do you get what I'm saying? Communication opens all of these doors. And communication is based to being able to express yourself freely. Being able to say to your friends or your family or people that you love, they might have done something that you're like, why would you do that? That genuinely annoyed you. People's ineptitude can come across as malicious intent. So people's inability to understand what they've done can come across maliciously. We're perceiving it in a way where it's like, why did you do that? And we think it's malicious. It's never malicious. People love us. People love you. It's just a breakdown in communication. Now, the best thing about communication, or the best thing about having that base level and a good level of communication, is you get to go to them or you get to have that conversation and be like, this is what happened, this is how I perceived it, this is how it's made me feel, and this is how it's gonna make me react to you if we don't have a conversation about this. Most major relationship problems are just loads of minor breakdowns, and it has a compounding effect, and boom, now two people that are family, that share the same blood, don't like each other. I know brothers, I don't know what I'm gonna say them, but I know brothers that don't like each other. What the flip is all that about? You're literally made of the same thing. You don't like each other. It's just loads of minor incidents, minor things that have built up. And whether both people or one of them people have had a breakdown or an inability to communicate themselves effectively, and it's caused a deep, dark resentment between the relationship. And I guess that's the flip side to communication, is that if we don't communicate, the ramifications are huge. We can lose people we love, like genuinely love. Recently, even to myself, I think about it as I'm saying it. There was a woman in my life that I adored. She was amazing. And due to my inability to communicate in that realm of relationship with females, our relationship just broke down. I'm stubborn and she's stubborn. Broke down. That's just an inability to communicate well, effectively. And it's good to know yourself. I know that in intimacy, when it comes to like sharing my feelings and being like really, really vulnerable with a woman, that's the scariest thing I've heard all week. Be vulnerable with a woman. What? If you said to me, I don't know, go and sell these headphones to someone that wants headphones, bring them, no problem, I can do it. So we have different relationships to the sectors of communication. And I've seen, just going from really bad to being all right, the amount of doors that open, the amount of things that change, the amount of growth that takes place in your relationships. By no means am I some fantastic communicator at all. I was just really bad, and now I'm all right. I think I've covered quite a lot, to be fair. I'm just thinking out loud. And this is one of those keys or one of those skills that have just completely changed my life. And so underrated. No one talks about it. Just communicating. But yeah, recently the engagement's been, I just set up this YouTube video like a couple of weeks ago, put some stuff out there. I've put it in my title, but I'm just thinking out loud. I'm trying to tell stories and just thinking out loud. And yeah, I hope I'm saying it in a way which makes sense and brings you along the journey. Thank you for everyone that has shared. Thank you for everyone that is liking these videos. Thank you for everyone that is commenting. Please keep commenting your stories. Keep commenting with how these videos are making you feel. I want to hear about the things that change your life. And I love hearing you guys' stories. I love hearing how God has worked in people's lives. I love hearing how knowledge has improved people's lives. I love hearing about just the changes that have occurred and people's stories, man, because it's so beautiful. And yeah, man, thank you. Thank you. It means so much to me, like so much to me. Like I find it difficult to be vulnerable with people, but I'm able to be vulnerable with the camera. And in extension, be vulnerable with yourself. A YouTube channel I used to watch called F2 Freestylers when I was a kid. They used to finish the video saying love, peace, and techers. So I'm coming up with something like that to say at the end of videos. But yeah, love, peace, and techers, innit?